Round 2 of the Coke and Hand Tools Super Mini Challenge Series was held at Pukekohe Park Raceway as part of the first Windows and Doors Tier 2 race meeting. And it was a big field of minis once again that greeted the starter for race number 2, a handicap affair. Watch for the progress of car number 29 there, Giant McLaren on the outside as they get set to go. Now 4 classes in the Super Mini Challenge and they range from Mini 7s right through to the fire-breathing 1400cc monsters. Number 45, Evan Thompson at the back of the first group away. Watch 2 for car number 17. That is Mark Haddon from Auckland. 52 in there as well. Getting their chance to shine is Peter Amies from Waiheke Island. Next group away, and it's the fast ones we watch for, and there is none faster around here than the likes of Rick Van Sweat and Greg Gordon, lapping this 2.8 kilometre circuit in 68.8 seconds. Number 1 going through there is Jason Ingram. He is the current Super Mini champion, and behind him, Marcia Haggerty, one of 2 lady competitors in the field. In the Miglia class, this is number 5, Stuart Paulin from Auckland, heading into the braking area for the hairpin here at Pukekohe. 17 we said would be one to watch out for. That's Mark Haddon. Just in front of him, it is Joanne McLaren on the Altherm Pools Mini 7. So Miglia's Mini 7s, Opens and Super Minis out here in the classes, and it's the Super Minis that are quick, and some of them are very, very quick. 52, Peter Amies from Waiheke, one of the Open class Minis, leading this gaggle of cars across the stripe. 8 laps for the Super Minis. Been around since the dawn of time, it would seem like. Certainly been a big part of New Zealand's motor racing history and heritage. As we watch Peter Amies just tiptoeing his way through the S's and out onto Castrol once again. This is the better electrical car, runs in the Open class. Behind him it's number 5, that's Stu Paulin. There is number 17, Mark Haddon in that bunch as well. Now the fast boys start to get into their act as well. Number 42, watch for Kevin Townsend. This is one of the fire-breathing minis. Been around the mini scene for a long, long time and has progressed with it as the mini has changed in its guise and its classes over the last few years. Auckland's Kevin Townsend, number 42. Behind him, it is Warren Heron, car number 99. Watch 2 for Lex Wallace, car number 34 from Parapara Umu. He'll be in this bunch as well. In there too, Damon Wilson all the way from Christchurch. Great scrap at the front. Greg Gordon's in there from just up Manukau Road. Greg Gordon Panel Beat is his main sponsor, of course. He looks after the duties, bashing the cars straight again, but in the weekends he gets to race them. Greg Gordon, 3rd in this little group. Ahead of him, number 42, Kevin Townsend. Race leader though, one of the veterans of the mini racing wars of New Zealand, and that is Warren Heron. 46 on your screen at the moment. This is Grant Nicholson. That is a tradition we've seen so many times in mini racing. These cars are so short in the wheelbase and so stiff. It is very characteristic to see them 2-wheeling and 3-wheeling around these corners, especially the corners of the high-speed variety here at Pukekohe Park Raceway. Grant Nicholson giving us a graphic example as he hops a wheel up and over the top of the John Deere Mountain. Kevin Townsend back in the front from Warren Heron now. Remember, these guys started at the very back. We're on board here with Warren Heron. Listen to the engine note as he tries to round up Greg Gordon here. Slipstreaming a big part of it in mini racing. Heron pulls out of the draft in the NZ-sponsored machine, but can't get the job done. So in this little battle, and it's a beauty, it is Townsend, Heron, and then Greg Gordon. In fact, Gordon's got up ahead of Warren Heron now. Oh, and there's an obstacle on the track. I've got a feeling that was car number 5, Stu Paulin in the Miglia. We'll have a check on that for you. Yes, it is. Number 5, Stu Paulin from Auckland gets it wrong as they work their way into the Castrol turn. Well, he'll get it turned around and get back into the racing as we watch number 46, Grant Nicholson from Auckland, negotiate the hairpin. Right in behind him, it's number 42, and that is Kevin Townsend. So the quick boys are slowly but surely getting to the front of this field. You're on board here with Warren Heron in the Alfoils Coke and Hand Tools NZ Mini, car number 99. Ahead of him, it's number 7, and that is Greg Gordon. The Greg Gordon panel beaters car, and ahead of him, it is number 42, and that is Kevin Townsend. This is the Battle of the Giants in this race number 2 of the Coke and Hand Tools Super Mini Challenge, part of the first Windows and Doors Tier 2 meeting here at Pukekohe Park Raceway. Close racing has always been a hallmark of minis, and that's what we've got for the moment. Warren Heron pressing left and then right, trying to find a way around Greg Gordon. Up ahead of them, it's car number 42, and that is Kevin Townsend. You can throw a blanket over the second two on your screen, though. Number 99 gets a little bit closer as they work their way through the Jenny and Home sweeper now. 42, Townsend stays in the front of this little bunch. The Mini Light sponsored Super Mini. Townsend done many laps around Pukekohe Park Raceway. Been racing minis for a good long time now. This man, well, he is an absolute veteran of the minis. Warren Heron from Auckland, 99. You ride with him here as Greg Gordon gathers up the courage and the horsepower and tries to go around Townsend, around the outside. He's not going to do it, and he's going to leave the door open for Warren Heron. Heron's going to sneak down onto the inside into the hairpin and take the track position of Greg Gordon. Or is he? Oh, there's a little bit of contact there. Gordon punted out to the outside of the racetrack. There's problems for Townsend, and that means major problems for Gordon. He takes to the grass, but he holds on to second place for the moment in this battle. 99, Warren Heron in the front. Gordon, the next one through. Car number 45, Evan Thompson from Auckland, just about to be swallowed up and lapped. You're on board once again with Warren Heron as he grabs gears and heads down the main straight here at Pukekohe Park Raceway. And there goes Greg Gordon, and I think that's the pass for the lead. Well, it's been a torrid battle, and there's nothing Warren Heron can do about it. And look at the way he soars at the wheel as he works his way through the Jenny and Home sweeper, now out into the S's. Number 99, that is our camera car. That is Warren Heron. The car looks like it's disguised as a Holden Racing Team Mini, but I can assure you it isn't. 52 going through there in a good position as well. This is Waiheke Island's Peter Amy's. And he is one of the open class minis. Remember, 4 classes here: Mini 7s, Miglias, Super Minis and Open. And there's various engine configurations and driveline configurations that make up the differences. So this field working its way down towards the start line once again. Welcome back to Pukekohe Park Raceway. On your screen, 52, Peter Amy's from Waiheke Island. And look at this traffic jam behind him. And we look out for number 7. 69 doing a good job out there. That is Don McVeigh from Auckland. So this is the battle of the Mini 7s. In that one as well was number 6 from Palmerston North, Darren Kett, and also Jason Ingram. He is the Mini 7 champion as we go back on board with the faster cars in the field. And this is Warren Heron. And just ahead of him, it is Greg Gordon. Now, we saw that pass before. I thought it might have been for the lead, but they've got a couple of slower cars to get around yet. This is a handicap race. It's race 2 of 3 for the Coke and Hand Tools Super Mini Challenge here at Pukekohe Park Raceway. Now, can Warren Heron get around Greg Gordon? And conversely, can he get around this man? Because this is Peter Amy's from Waiheke, and he is the race leader. Remember, it was a handicap start. The Super Minis that get around here in around about 68 seconds, giving the cars like this one of Peter Amy's, who gets around here in about 1:20, the best part of 15 or 20 second start. But they are closing them down. You see them trying to work their way through this gaggle of Mini 7s. The cars we're looking for are number 7 and number 99. This is number 1, once again, Jason Ingram and Don McVeigh. And look at this, door handle to door handle stuff. Both of these cars, Mini 7s, and this brings back the classic days of mini racing. They are in a battle for 2nd and 3rd. Out in front, it is still number 52. Peter Amy's from Waiheke. Look at this, handle-to-handle stuff. It is Ingram on the outside, it's McVeigh on the inside, and Ingram's going to chase him all the way through the sweeper. He'll get track position for the left-hander coming up, and he gets there. So, Jason Ingram, you don't wear number 1 without trying hard, and that's what the man from Fielding has done. He moves through into 2nd spot, and now can he take Peter Amy's from Waiheke Island as they go up the back straight once again. This gaggle of cars in front of Warren Heron. Look at the way he rounds them up. You can see for yourself a graphic difference in the speed. Darren Kett from Palmerston North passed like he stopped. And the Super Mini starting to come to the fore here. Number 34, watch out for Lex Wallace. 52, well, he was the race leader half a lap ago. That was Peter Amy's. Now it's Jason Ingram. Then it is Don McVeigh. The PDA Mini is Ingram. 56 coming through there as well as Bill Robson from Fielding. Now he's in one of the Miglia cars. There he is on your screen now, currently sitting in 4th place. Still haven't seen a sign of Greg Gordon or Lex Wallace. They were easily the fastest of the cars lapping here at Pukekohe Park Raceway. Well, as I speak, here they come into the shot now. There is number 7, Greg Gordon, down the inside. Watch 2 for number 99, Warren Heron. They have started near the very back of the field, and slowly but surely, as these laps wind down, they are clawing their way towards the front. Number 35, the next one to be passed, and that is Steve Price from Palmerston North. And just up ahead of Warren Heron is Don McVeigh. McVeigh in the Coke and Hand Tools car just moves over and lets the faster car of Warren Heron go by. Next one to come into his clutches is number 1, Jason Ingram. Look at the speed difference as Warren Heron hits the loud pedal and just reels in some of these slower cars. It's taken the best part of 6 or 7 laps for him to do it, but he's doing it. There's no mistake about that. Here's another veteran of the Mini Wars. This is Parapara Umu's Lex Wallace in the Lab Pro sponsored machine, tiptoeing his way through the hairpin. Now, not too far behind him, you will find Greg Gordon. There he is, right on his bumper now. Then it's Warren Heron, then it's number 46, Grant Nicholson, and then it'd be Bill Robertson from Fielding in the Miglia. So Lex Wallace is going to hang on right till the very last moment. Over the top of the John Deere Mountain they come. Wallace in the green car on the outside of your screen. Now it is Greg Gordon. Here comes Warren Heron. Right in behind him, it'll be number 46, Grant Nicholson. I think he might have got there just ahead of Bill Robson. We'll check with the officials, but certainly no doubt about the leader. It was Auckland's Greg Gordon, one of the veterans of the Super Mini scene, and he takes out race 2 of the Coke and Hand Tools Super Mini Challenge. Pukekohe Park Raceway is the venue. We'll have a look at the official confirmations for you. It is Greg Gordon from Auckland taking the win from Parapara Umu's Lex Wallace in second place. Warren Heron, our camera car, goes through in third. Then it was Nicholson, Robson, Spalding and the champion, Jason Ingram.
Greg, that was a bit of a performance. Started last and you ended up winning the race.
Yeah, it was pretty hot competition. It was good fun.
Traffic-wise, how was it getting through the traffic?
Well, we've got the slower cars to contend with, the Mini 7s and the Mini Miguelas, and they're always going to be slow. They've got smaller engines than us, and we just have to ask them to hold their line, and then we've got to make sure we give them plenty of room. The onus is on the overtaking car, so we have to be very careful how we overtake them.
Well, we get the thoughts there from Greg Gordon as we get set for the third and final race of the day here at Pukekohe Park Raceway. Once again, it's another handicap situation, the speed group situation. Remember, it is 4 classes in one for the Coke and Hand Tools Super Mini Challenge. And the first away was Auckland's Evan Thompson. Alongside of him, it was Joanne McLaren. In that group as well was Peter Amish from Waiheke. The ones we're watching for, once again, will be heading away at the very last. And you see the green Mini halfway up the John Deere Hill. That is Kevin Townsend. Now he has gone round here in 68 seconds. By comparison, Joanne McLaren's best time so far is a 1:19, so quite a difference. Second group gets away. Plenty of races within races. Working their way through the S's and out onto Castrol once again. You see Jason Ingram there. He is the Mini 7, I beg his pardon, champion. As Lex Wallace leads this next group away. Car number 34 from Parapara Umu, just out of Wellington. Long-time competitor in mini competition from years and years of experience. And the same can be said about this man, our camera car. This is Warren Heron. The NZ, Alf Oils, Coke and Hand Tools, Super Mini, number 99. And listening to the engine note as he gets up to third gear. Oh, and he gets the don't argue there from Kevin Townsend. I say he's got a little bit of wheel spin off the line, and maybe that's why Townsend just jumped him as he worked into the Jenny and Home sweeper for the first of 8 laps. Townsend struck problems in race number 2, was certainly in contention, but then had a mechanical failure. We wish him the best of luck this time through. Number 46 on your screen at the moment is Grant Nicholson. Lex Wallace alongside him. Wallace has the track position as they work into the hairpin. Wallace it is that comes out in the front. Then it is car number 9, and that is Adam Dodds from Auckland. This, though, the battle of the Mini 7. Damon Wilson, one of the hottest of the hot shoes from the South Island, out of Christchurch. Seen him do amazing things at Ruapuna in his Mini 7. And with him, the current national Mini 7 champion, Fielding's Jason Ingram. 34, Lex Wallace. Behind him, Grant Nicholson, and also car number 9, Adam Dobbs, in this second speed group. Welcome back to Pukekohe Park Raceway. You join the action halfway through race number 3 on the program for the Coke and Hand Tools Super Mini Challenge, and it is number 17 on your screen there, and that is Mark Haddon in one of the Super Minis, sponsored by the series sponsor Coke and Hand Tools. He is the race leader at the moment. But as we saw in race number 2, watch for the fast boys coming through. Peter Amy's of Waiheke, just got a glimpse of him, car number 52. Here is Jason Ingram, number 1, the current Mini 7 champion of New Zealand. Number 11 going with him is Damon Wilson from Christchurch. We take the onboard view from the tiger painted car of Jason Ingram, the Mini 7 champion. If you've got good eyes, just have a look at the rev counter. It's pinned to the stop, so they are really trying. Working their way up over the John Deere Mountain once again. Close racing is what we've come to expect in minis, and that's what we've got at the moment. Number 45 proving the resistant to the pass. That's Evan Thompson. That's him just ahead of Ingram. And of course, you've always got to have eyes in the back of your head and one looking out the side window as well. And have a look at the mirrors. The reason for the mirrors is it's so busy in the field, you need every perspective. The mirrors run right across the top of the windscreen on these minis. It's a hallmark of them. There he is. You get a graphic example there from Warren Heron's car. He's just going past his arch rival in the minis, and that is Greg Gordon. Oh, I spoke too soon because Gordon gets it back as they work through the big fast right-hand sweeper here at Pukekohe Park Raceway, and that is Jenny and Holmes. Through the S's, carrying as much speed as possible, out onto Castrol, and down the back straight they go once again. Greg Gordon in car number 7. This is number 29. This is Joanne McLaren in the Altherm Pools Mini. Now Joanne started in the front row, and she has held her position well so far. Another one of the women competitors in this field, been around a long time, loves her mini racing. Auckland's Joanne McLaren, number 29. Ahead of her, it's 52, Peter Amy's. Joanne in a Mini 7. Peter Amy's in the open class. You look at a Mini like this, it's pretty much the same as it was since the early 60s. A huge part of the New Zealand motor racing scene. 88, Steve Lovett from Hamilton wants to have a bit of an argument there with Joanne McLaren. As we go back on board here with Jason Ingram. So this battle of the Mini 7s. 52, the Clubman in the open class. This is Peter Amy's from Waiheke. There is Joanne McLaren. So we look just further down the track and you'll see some of the faster boys starting to come through this field. Scott Patterson from Christchurch, number 86, holding out Joanne McLaren as they work their way up and over the top once again. A huge field of 25 minis faced the starter, and the fastest one went last, and one of those was Lex Wallace from Parapara Umu. Just got a glimpse of him there, car number 34. Back on board here with Warren Heron. Tries left, tries right, trying to get through the traffic. That's why you need all the mirrors. Gives us the added advantage of having a look at the concentration on the face of Warren Heron. Down through the gears, he's chasing car number 46, Grant Nicholson. Then it's Greg Gordon. Then have a look out there for Gary Johnson from Rolleston in the number 2. 88, Steve Lovett from Hamilton in the green car. There is Kevin Townsend. Now it looks like they finished whatever mechanical problems they had in the previous race, because he is getting amongst this top field now as well. Mark Haddon, number 17. In another one of the Super Minis, so they are the quick cars. He laps around about the 1:15 mark. And when you compare those times to the times of HQ Holdens and Commodore Cup cars, they are certainly respectable. 17, Haddon from Auckland in the Koken sponsored Mini. Over the top he comes in the front. And look at this gaggle of cars in behind him. Damien Wilson is there. Jason Ingram, they haven't been separated by much more than a cigarette paper width this whole race, and it looks like it's going to be that way for quite some time yet, because trying to get around them was Warren Heron, some of the faster guys, and they just can't find a way through at the moment. Number 11, Damon Wilson from Christchurch. Jason Ingram being swallowed up now as top speed comes into it. Firstly by Warren Heron, then by Gordon, then by Townsend. There is Warren Heron. 42 is Townsend. Then it is number 1. The beautiful little tiger stripe car of Jason Ingram. We ride with him now. Up ahead of him, it's Damon Wilson from Christchurch. As I said, this has been a race-long battle so far for this popular class of racing. 17, the race leader, continues to be Mark Haddon from Auckland. A resurgence of minis in the Auckland area. It's always been very big in the South Island. It dropped off a little bit in Auckland over the last couple of seasons, but now coming back with a bang with the likes of Mark Haddon. Then in second place now it'll be number 86, and that's Scott Patterson from Christchurch. Lex Wallace arguing over that spot for the moment, so he moves through into second place now. Then it's Damon Wilson, then it'll be Jason Ingram. In there as well will be Greg Gordon. Just got a look at the front left fender as they go up and over the top, and chasing him down is Warren Heron. So are we going to see a repeat for Greg Gordon in this one? He's got a bit of work to do yet, but there's still laps to run as he tries to keep Damon Wilson in sight. Set them up for a pass as they work their way into the sweeper once again. You're on board here with Jason Ingram. Up ahead of him it's Wilson, so it looks like Gordon can't be too far away. Van Sweat, it is just up ahead of them. So once again we saw it, the handicap has done his job absolutely right. The faster boys are slowly but surely getting their way to the front. Have a look at the mirrors, you'll see the eyes of Jason Ingram. This is what's happening inside the car, this is what's happening outside it, because this could be the pass for the front running. 50 run Rick Van Sweat from Auckland and number 7 Greg Gordon. They're side by side. Van Sweat's got the better, well, he drifts well wide out of the hairpin. I'm surprised that Gordon couldn't capitalise on that, and I think that's the gap he needs. They're coming down to race towards the flag now, so it's once more over the hill, and well, will the car of Van Sweat make it? Lots of oil smoke out the back of the car. Here comes Greg Gordon, he can see the blood in the water. He knows he's got a chance of making it 2 for 2 here. I think Van Sweat's going to hold on to it. It's going to be desperately, desperately close. Oh, who got there? I think it might have been Greg Gordon. The ailing car of Rick Van Sweat might have cried enough, and maybe Gordon got it. If he didn't, he only lost it by the smallest of margins. Warren Heron probably got the best seat in the house because he came through in third, and then it was the Super Mini of Kevin Townsend. Behind him, the Miglia of Lex Wallace, and then Mark Haddon. What are the judges going to say about this? Was it Auckland's Rick Van Sweat, or was it Manukau Road Pukekohe's Greg Gordon? Well, the results tell the story. Van Sweat gets there by the very slimmest of margins. In fact, it was so slim they could hardly separate them. Greg Gordon through in second place, Warren Heron third, and Kevin Townsend in fourth.
Rick, that looks like that finish was pretty close.
Yes, it was a close battle all the way right to the finish line. We were neck and neck at about 3 stages and swapped positions during the race. But it came down to the finish line and our run down from the top of the hill. We're not sure yet who got the checkered flag, but it was really close.
So again, it was a great battle with Greg.
Yes, it was great with Greg. We swapped position a few times, as did Kevin during the race as well. And we battled throughout the race on the corners, and I seemed to have a little bit on him and the jump out of the 1 and 2 of the corners, and but he was getting me in the end of the back straight, so you know we were hammer and tongs at it. It was good fun.